Hey now, you're a rock star. Get your game on. Go play. Hey now. All that glitter in the shooting stars is on the breaker. No. Hey y'all, I am back. My sorry about that. My signal, I hit a drop zone, and then coming back to the house, you can hang it up. On this base, no signal, no nothing. I get it because it's a communications base. It's a high security communications base, so I get it. I know why. But it's like certain places it don't bother my phone, but then I hit certain areas and it's like that. What about DoorDash, Tommy? Oh, come boy. Sorry, I'm trying to eat the ice. It just came back from my walk. I couldn't sign back on. I wish I could have, and then y'all could have saw the scenery and all them got their dogs out there, man. I mean, people they have the dogs inside the gate, but literally every corner I walked on, I had a dog trying to jump at me. Will they? They can. They can definitely strike her. They can strike her as well as they can make it down her channel because she's going against guidelines. But it's a matter of them knowing everything that's going on. I'm sure they have a process that they got to go through. They just don't go striking people. They like to give people claims now before they give strikes. Leg cramps, take magnesium. Supplement and drink water. Lovely. Leg cramps are the worst. Yeah. No, I was saying before it had cut off, after I got stung by that wasp a few years ago, it seemed like that one particular leg, it cramps up a lot. I mean, I be having severe cramps in my legs. The leg that I got stung in. And I know I'm at this point, I would assume I don't have any left inside my system from that wasp bite, but I don't know if it triggered something. Yeah, I don't know if it triggered something inside my own body chemistry or whatever, but yeah, I mean, and those leg cramps would be something serious. And on top of the fact, if you ever seen my actual legs, I have huge muscles in my legs because for the most part of my life I was athletic. So I ran track, I played baseball, I was a cheerleader, I was a cheerleader coach. Even after I had my kids, I used to work out a lot. So my legs are really big. They're not big like that. They're big like I got huge calf muscles. And when I catch a cramp in them muscles, my calf muscles, it is severe. Like, oh my God, it feels like I literally be hollering and screaming and rolling around. My dad got me taking this stuff called thorough something. It's in a green and white bottle. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go get it so I can show y'all. I can't take long because my phone's to charge up, but hold on, I'll be right back. And this stuff works so freaking good. When I tell you, when I get a cramp, man, I try to keep it on the bed, my bedpost, so that way when it happened, I can record. But sometimes I don't have to pull myself to it, trying to get to it. But this stuff right here for leg cramps is a life saver. You hear me? But you better be careful because it's a relaxer. It's basically what it is. But man, that thing have saved my, it saved me on so many occasions. Y'all ain't never seen me. Like I said, sometimes them cramps just be coming out of nowhere in my leg. Um, my kids be around me. They know how I be. Like, I get one of them leg cramps in my leg that's like really, really bad. At one point, I thought I had to get rushed to the hospital with a leg cramp. Mm. Sour Dash Warrior. Hey, girl, what's happening? Hey, Auntie Mickey, not much. I just came back from a walk. I took a walk to the store because the store is like right outside the back gate. So I'm taking everybody on a walk. But when I came back on the gate after he checked me in, we were on a military base, I ran into a drop zone, so I lost everybody. And so I was like, well, just wait till you come home because still got to charge up the phone anyway. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tomboy. Right, Sally. Like, them things be something kind of serious. And I guess the bigger the muscle, the worse the cramp. I don't know. Maybe that's why mine is so bad. I don't even know why it's so bad. My dad, he says, they be telling me, drink the juice, eat some mustard. I'm like, man, this crap don't work. My leg is hurt. Oh, y'all, hold on. I don't know if my legs are ashy. Hold on. Let me put some lotion on my legs and I'll show you how big my calf muscles is. I got some huge calf muscles. Hold on. Now I got to lotion my legs so they was dry. Okay, hold on. Y'all probably could have y'all probably saw like a part of them in that video where I had that dress on, because I'm real tomboyish myself, so I don't wear a lot of dresses and stuff like that. Hold on. Don't get me wrong now. I love my dresses. Now. They just so far and in between. You gonna take me to see the doctor? Okay, Omar. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Let's show y'all calf muscles so I can get a good picture of it. All right. So y'all see it? And when I lock it up, they're huge. I got real manly looking legs. So, and then when I flex it, you can see the little bit of muscle that's still the actual toned up muscle. My son said it's called muscle memory because of the stuff I used to do over the years. But yeah, so my calf muscle, and when it was real toned, this right here, it used to look like a rock on my leg. Yeah, but when those cramps come in, man, my legs to get that big. Do you know what caused them? I don't know what caused my leg cramps. Now, some of them I can understand because, like, if I'm working, like I said, different stuff trigger a leg cramp for me. Like, if I'm working, like lifting stuff, and I be climbing stuff, and I be pulling my leg muscle. Of course, when you go to sleep or when your leg rests, it's gonna lock up sometimes. But sometimes I could be doing absolutely nothing, and it locks up so freaking bad. Yeah, I don't know. But they also say leg cramps can be signs of other major issues going on as well, within your body. So, but I'm pretty outside of my breathing issue or my anemia. Far as health wise, I don't have health issues like that. Um, Ankle braces, yeah. Yeah, I don't have health issues like that. Like, I'm pretty healthy. Like, even down to my one time I had to go get checked for something because I do have issues. I was born with a heart murmur, and I don't know if y'all know what that is. Like, heart murmurs are where I was born with a hole in my heart, but over time it closed up or closed in, but it still could cause problems sometimes, and sometimes my heart palpitates a lot or whatever. But a few years back, I had to get on this machine where they had to monitor my heart and stuff because they really thought that they was like amazed that I wasn't passed out somewhere because it was like your heart rate is so freaking low that we would have thought you would have. you be passed out on. But it's not. They sent out to specialists or whatever, and they ran tests on me that I had to take the stress test where I had to run on the treadmill and stuff. But it was just simply because of all the activity I've done over my life. Like I just have a natural low heart rate. So it was normal, they said. Actually, they said it was a good thing that I have my heart like that. Because if my heart would have not been like that with some of the stuff I'm dealing with, maybe things wouldn't be so great. But the fact that it is, I think that helps me out a lot. If if you have flat feet, I guess I have feet because I can't walk in no heels, y'all. Don't put me in no heels. I done told y'all before I'd be looking like the girl from Love and Basketball. I don't wear heels. I wear stumps. So I don't know. Maybe that's why I can't walk in them. I don't know if it's because, like I said, I was always athletic. I was always like a tomboy, and so it just never was really something I got into. But man, you throw me in some heels, it's very obvious. And I know I'd be hearing people talk about me when I walk past them when I'm walking in heels and stuff. Um, I have vein issues where the blood is not flowing correctly in the leg. Right. That's why I said it's a lot of issues. Cramps can come from a lot of other health issues. Um, causing discoloration of the legs also causing leg cramps. Yeah, no, I don't have any of that, Miss Nikki. Uh, it's just that I don't know, my legs just, and it could be because I'm getting older too. There's things, but on that one particular leg where I got stung at by that wasp, it always happened in that one leg. It don't happen as much in the other one, but that one leg it does. Right. That's exactly what I would be simply, Mel, that's exactly what I would be looking like. And I don't try it so much. My sisters, my kids don't try to have me put on heels and try to walk. Mommy, they'd be like, "What's your legs? Your legs are so pretty. You look cute in heels." And so I'll be around here trying to walk in heels. I actually bought a pair of heels one time just to walk and practice in the house. I never wore them anywhere. It was solely because I was like, so if I can finally get this down pat, I will be able to dress up in heels. Never had girl, please. I just accepted the fact I can't walk in heels. That's just not me. Uh, can I guess how tall? Can you guess how tall I am? I can't see you, Hawkins. So how am I guess how tall you? I can guess if you want me. What are you? 5 foot, 5'9"? But you can lie. I don't know if you're gonna tell me the truth. Oh, no. My stiletto days are over. Right. That's why I say I had to come to a point, Miss Auntie Nikki, where I just had to say it ain't you. Like some things just ain't for people. Some people pull it off, some people can't. I'm one of those people that cannot pull off heels. So you'll either see me in tennis shoes, you'll see me in flats, you'll see me in little stumps where I be thinking I got on here. And my kids, man, when I tell you my girls show me absolutely no mercy when it comes to stuff like this. Boy, they be ranking me down. You hear me? Eh, oh, I was. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how tall he is. um, right. So yeah, if I want to make a fool of myself, put on some heels. Like, only time you'll catch me even halfway trying is like at a funeral or something like that, where people ain't really looking at me. Oh, hey Angela, how you doing? I was walking to the store, so I had the live on while I was in the store and walking around in the store earlier today, but my phone hit a drop zone where I'm at. So I was coming back, 'cause, we are on a military base. When I was coming back outside the base, I saw like a wasp nest, and we kind of got onto the discussion of me getting stung and leg cramps. So that's what we was talking about here. Um, Not no more flats to church. I wore them for years. Right. I give props to women that can walk in heels. And then I even give much. I be like, y'all bad. Y'all some bad sisters. Y'all can walk in heels and dance in heels. Go on here with y'all bad self. It ain't me. It ain't me. Now, let me be on my flats and miss some titty too, baby. I can roll with you too. But I anything else, girl, I can't go. Mm. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe men don't. Since I don't. I mean, I can dress my behind off if I need to.
But maybe it's the shoes that ain't going with it. I don't know. Do you think that's what it is? I don't know. Hmm. Oh well. Oh, I've been watching them. I've definitely been watching Country Wayne skits. It's just he put so many of them out there. It's so hard to keep up with him. We got the skits. That's like a full time job all in itself. So I sporadically talk about some of them every now and then, but I watch every last one of them. When I turned 60, Hills were retired, right? Well, Hills probably was retired for me back in my 20s, probably about 25, 26. It was a no go for me. Yeah, I gotta excuse me because, like I said, I like my ice man. Man, the guy at the gate when I was walking back in, he was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm fine." Oh, he was like, "It's your breathing. It seems like you're having a hard time." I was like, "Man, it's the atmosphere out here." Is anybody in the chat from Maryland or whatnot? Is there something going on with the air out here? Because normally it affects me when it's extremely cold, but it's windy, but it's not cold. But it's something about when I'm out there in that atmosphere, like I feel like I can't breathe. And then you add in I'm walking and carrying stuff, that just makes it worse. Um, he's looking like transit best eye today when he went to the into his skit wife. Oh, you talking about Amber when he went to Amber about her rushing and divorce, or are you talking about Shayla with her shady behind? Because he was looking a mess. I don't know if that was a design on his clothes and hose and looked like he had food stains on his shirt. If that was a design, he needed to get they needed to leave that alone because that wasn't it. It wasn't even cute. I don't know if they was going for the busted look because he definitely looked busted. And that is not him. I am so ready for them to get back to his suit wearing and all that other stuff. Because I don't know if it's Shayla, but baby, his dress code has fallen off. You hear me? Right. Right. Exactly. I didn't even think about that because remember she did go pick up the clothes from Perry. But what's getting ready to happen with that is him and Perry about to start messing around, especially since Perry cut it off with Wayne to be his assistant and then found out Wayne his girlfriend. I don't understand Whitney. That man is not a one woman's man. He's going to see multiple women, and y'all just got to get that through y'all thick skull. He's not going to be with one person. He tells you that. He tells you that all the time without telling y'all that. Shayla can't cook. Shayla can't wash clothes. Her mama did her an injustice for real, talking about how to be an actual woman or a lady and take care of things. But I guess she thought Shayla was gonna be the one that had all the money and she could pay people to do all this stuff for her. But Zach, she learned all those things, so why couldn't Shayla? And in my opinion, Zach looked way better than Shayla. That's why I honestly think Zash is not Angela's child. Um, but she is Mr. Brody child. And that's what the whole animosity is between how she treats Zash and how she treats Shayla. Shayla is her daughter. Zash isn't. But her husband got custody of his love child and she's forced to raise the love child. That's why I kept telling him they like he gonna cheat on her and that's gonna be her karma. Y'all, he has always been cheating on that woman. You can tell by the way she acts. He has always been cheating on her. She's just been dealing with it and tolerating it, and she about tired of dealing with his foolishness. And I said that. That's how I came to the conclusion that Zash wasn't his. I had Ben said that, so I'm waiting for that storyline to come out about Zash. Well, we already know Mr. Brody cheats. And that's simple. And I don't get it with these women that accept men being in marriages. He's not going to be faithful to you. He's eventually going to do you the same way he did the wife. So why even first be with him? unless you just never want to be his number one, and then you just solely there for his money. I'm just trying to understand. Right, he is a cheater to his core, and he been cheating on that woman ever since. And that's what's going on with her. Although I don't care about the tactics that she's using. That's why she's doing it, because she's trying to protect her daughter from falling into the same trap she fell in. And so this time, instead of being the woman to get cheated on, you're gonna be with the man who's doing the cheating. And that's how she looks at Shayla versus, you know, because she's been dealing with it her whole life with his cheating behind. And gonna tell her something it was a wrong number. And then next thing he laid up in the bed with the girl. I don't know who these writers are for Country Wayne and what kind of mess they go through, but they got some dark humor and some messy behind writers in Country Wayne and the Country Wayne. At what point are we gonna have some positivity with our black people? Everybody knows stuff like this happen in our community. Okay, like, why not change it? You got a platform where you could talk about certain things that happen, but for the better part, show us uh black men and women of excellence. Show us what it really is supposed to be like for a married couple. Show us a successful married couple. Show us other than Chase. And Chase, he's so goddamn. If he's the example, I got a good marriage, but he's a mess. I don't know. I don't understand how they got a good marriage, but they do have a good marriage. Um, right. They're the only ones that have a decent relationship on that show, because everybody's a liar, everybody's a cheater, everybody got these hidden secrets, everybody want their best friend or their mamas, or the mamas want the daughters. Now that is so crazy. A mama wanting the daughter's boyfriend. That's sick. I mean, I got four daughters, and I ain't nowhere in my mind has it crossed that I want to be with any of their boyfriends or husbands. That is ridiculous. And I don't know who coming up with this stuff. It's just sick. Like, hmm. I worked with Amber several years ago. She was very nice. Now I believe Amber, the person, is a nice person, and I even have sympathy for her on this show. And part of me, I don't understand how it completely works. But at one point when I was listening to how they handle the skits, at one point Wayne said a lot of them write their own skits. They don't. It's not written. They're just acting off of the top of their head. But that was earlier. I'm really starting to believe somebody is writing this crap. There's just no way. Yeah, she's a very good actor. She's a very, very good actor. And you can tell she's a very good actor, because at one point she had to play like she wasn't a good actor when she was trying to play for her daddy's play, and she played that part extremely well. But she's a real good actor. She can make you feel it, boy. That's why her skits are so good. Oh, now, yeah, but good. What? Chase also is showing his own YouTube channel with current topics of Frank, Sophia, and his girlfriend surgery. Right, I watched that too. I thought they was gonna make Frank girlfriend end up being like young what is his name? Young DC, Fly DC. You know, the one who lost. He be on Wild 'N Out where his kid's mother or his wife died after she had her breast surgery. I thought that's where they was going with this story. I wonder why Chase took over Frank's storyline. I'm not sure. That's why Frank and Cho, and I love my boy Cho. They represent my hometown. That's Jacksonville. Um, I love their storyline. The only thing I hate, once again, about my city, because I do know my city has some issues, but it ain't. that freak bad the way they keep portraying it like it is. That's why when I be watching some of this skits, I leave something like I know exactly where that's at because I do because that's where I'm from, so I know exactly where they're filming this stuff at. And of course, was a driver in the city for over 13 years. Um, but I don't know. Yeah, that's where I thought it was going with that storyline. I was like, oh my God, they're about to kill this woman off because trying to talk her out of getting that surgery. But I see they just brought it back to Sophia, and Sophia is not going to let Frank out of that game. She'll free, she will feed him to. I will feed you to thunder. Thunder is me. Frank, Frank. She gets on my nerves the way she said, man, that Frank. Listen, Frank. Listen, Frank. No, no. We have to get together to understand how we're gonna make money. Girl, if you don't sit your old behind down, he gonna have to give her a birthday party. He really is. He gonna have to try to figure this out and get her right on out of there. He's gonna have to. I thought they were gonna let my boy Joe do it, and then they had him almost getting ready to get fed the thunder. Frank, Frank, if you do not give me my money, Frank, I'm going to free. Thunder is hungry. Somebody needs to feed her behind the thunder. That big old behind gator they got in their backyard. I'm like, no, they didn't bring the gator up out of here. But that's what we known for. Oh boy. Yeah. Every time that storyline comes on, it pisses me off. Um, and then when they was about to send Jocelyn to Colombia after what happened to Frank, I said, I know they ain't gonna put my girl over there. So that'll be a death sentence. They'll be writing her off the story because she ain't coming back. She'll be about it. Hmm. Yeah. What do you think of that whole Flawless situation? Flawless, she needs to because Flawless ain't thinking about her kid. She ain't thinking about her baby or nothing. All Flawless is about is the bottom dollar. She just about money. She ain't thinking about how this is gonna affect her child, how it keep affecting her relationship. All money ain't money. I don't give a darn how much you made off of that. Take the money you made from the leak and shut that mess down. But what's gonna happen is you're gonna show your daughter how to be exactly who you are. Or either Phil gonna take that from you. And I don't think Phil Marisol, what was the name of her name? Marisol, they used to call her marijuana. I don't think she lost that baby. I don't think she lost the baby at all. I think that's what Karis told that crazy behind the top city keep out of that girl business. I think she still got the baby. And he got her in time. Right. And if she really do got one, then that's even sadder. If she really does have one, then that's she's striking. I'm sorry. Right. She ain't that baby ain't gone. His baby's still alive. Which is sad because, for the storyline anyway, Parker wanted a little brother and sister. So she was really looking forward to seeing her little baby brother. Y'all, every time I hear an airplane coming across his house and where the house sit at, because we're not too far away from the Baltimore airport, we're about a drive about 45 minutes away from it. But 45 minutes to an hour, I think. But a lot of planes when they're heading back that way, they fly. Like we literally got planes flying all day over the house. And some of them be sounding like they not gonna make it. That's just what it don't sound. They don't be sounding right. Uh, right, y'all. Don't forget to hit like, share, subscribe. No, share. Don't forget to hit like on the live as well as subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Sharon's ex-wife keep coming to the house uninvited to see her grandbaby. She's a whole. Well, look here. I think she is. I think she is. Sherman's current wife, Nina, Karma. Because remember, that's Sherman's ex-wife. And Sherman and her Nina was cheating on him on was cheating when she was with her ex-wife. And Nina probably didn't have no standards when it came to the wife when the wife was the wife. But now you want her to succumb to your standards now that you're the wife, but you couldn't do that when she was. So I say give it to her. Give her the same energy she gave to you. Cause now she's in your shoes. But the thing about it is she cheating on Sherman too. And that's gonna be Sherman karma because his new step baby step grandbaby father is knocking down his wife. Right. People be forgetting that stuff. They be forgetting how this whole thing goes. At one point, she was the wife, and she was doing everything she was supposed to do, and Sherman was out here cheating on her, like he cheating out here on Nina. But see, the difference with this one is Nina cheating right back. Yeah, I seen that. That was crazy how she had a meeting with him and was telling him how to treat the grandparents once he met them, or how to take them, or how to act. And she ended up being grandmama, the step grandmama. Girl, I was like, this right. But that's what her behind get because she's cheating on her husband and everything else. So that's what her behind. I don't feel sorry for her. I really don't feel sorry for it. Not at all. I ain't gonna say what the I'm not gonna say what the ex-wife is doing is right, but I'm not gonna say I disagree with what she's doing either. And give her the same energy she gave you. And I honestly think Sherman and that ex-wife, they're gonna get back together. Because them two are hilarious together. You hear me? She know how to get at Sherman if she want to. But even that storyline, like, who is your daughter's father though, man? I mean, he a stepdad, but who is her dad? The fact that she had 20 different men that she had to narrow down to two. How you got 20 different possible baby daddies? And then y'all seem okay with her having 20 different baby daddies. Like, make this make sense, y'all. That's why I said whoever's coming up with this mess of a storyline, they got some issues. Hmm. They got some serious. Right. That means sleeping with 20 different men in 1 month. That's all that means. Then that's nasty. Ugh, that's gross. Mm. Mm-mm. It's gross if you sleeping with two different men in that short time frame. It is extremely gross if you sleeping with over 20. Mm. Almost making you think of that lady who slept with 1,000 men one night. Man, Candace Owens brought that woman down to tears, but you could tell she wasn't happy about doing that. That woman, she was dealing with issues for the fact that she even did that to begin with. Who sleeps with 1,000 people in one night? And she was talking about how so her body was and all this. Girl, that's sick. I don't know what in the world our world is coming to, but it is something kind of trifling. You hear me? You can't make this stuff up. You really can't. Mm. Girl, you think he gonna be that trifling? No. Now, although I don't think Amber should be getting in a relationship, I really think she did hurt that guy with the pretty eyes. Her co owner. of the restaurant because that woman probably wasn't his girlfriend. It probably was either his mother or his sister. And she really, girl, now that's trifling. Okay, I know how the law works, and typically that house is his, and probably will go back to him after the marriage because they weren't married that long. And I know how it works in Georgia, for real. All right, but you gotta let the process go through. Like you do it the way the law says to do it until the courts tell who to get what. If he take his behind back to that house and put Shayla up in there, he's a trifling. He already a trifling behind, but that's just something. That's an extra trifling behind. It should be all the more reason as to why you lose the house. But he ain't gonna lose it. Not his house. He's not. Amber's gonna have to come up out of his house. They'll give her they'll give her a certain amount of time to do so, but he'll be able to keep that house. Now everything else, up for grabs. Now where I keep telling everybody Kai can actually help Anthony is in any state, I don't give a darn where you at. When you bring a child or children involved in something, they have to take into consideration that that person still has to take care of that child, regardless if that child is in the house or not. So the fact that he has Kai, he can use that to his benefit as to not all his accesses she will be able to obtain because his first obligation is to his child. You know? So that can actually help him. It can hurt him because, of course, it shows he cheated, but it can help him as far as financially. Having a child can actually help you in a divorce. Even when it comes down to child support, you got other kids, and you tell that judge you got other kids, it's going to be less money coming out of your pocket because they're going to have to take into consideration that you got to take care of your other children. Mm. Right. No, but I'm saying, yeah, Anthony will take care of the child, but that means you can't attack all his funding because his child is his first priority, not you. In the eyes of the law, that child is more important than you, especially at this point since y'all getting ready to end y'all marriage. Hmm. So he can actually use that to his benefit. On top of the fact they have not been married that long. Realistically, now we're gonna see how Wayne's World gonna spin this, but realistically, she ain't even been married long enough to get half of his stuff, and that's just the real of it. Most states require you to be married a certain time frame, um, in order to be able to obtain over half or majority of somebody's assets. You got to show, she got to be able to show and prove that those marital assets were used towards his affairs and all that other stuff. And if they've been messing around the whole time before, which the baby will show they have, the whole time during the marriage, then maybe she'll have a better case for her saying he was using marital funds towards that. But it's not gonna be what y'all thinking. What? So we got another attorney that don't know what she's doing. She act like she knew what she was doing. You take somebody retainer, you definitely got to fill out paperwork. Or he's doing this. Sometimes, okay, so this is crazy. I made a video about how attorneys be acting. What she could be doing, but if she's caught, she could get disbarred. Okay, what she could be doing is she could be acting off of emotions and maybe can sympathize with Amber because maybe she too was in a situation or she knows somebody that happened to. This is where an attorney has to separate their emotional side from their professional side and represent their client. But if you're a good attorney, you can be really crafty with some of the stuff that you're doing, and she can be setting him up to fail because of the situation. She's more attached to Amber. If he can figure that's what she's doing, she can get disbarred and he can win by default. She took the money and referred to getting a PI to investigate him. She didn't find that no. That'll be a waste of money on her part because Amber didn't cheat on him. She didn't do anything after they got married. Everything happened prior to the marriage. Everything happened before the marriage, not during the marriage. So she gonna be uh but some attorneys are like that. Some attorneys only looking at the bottom dollar that they're gonna get out of this. So they're trying to drag stuff out unnecessarily. If she's not a good attorney and she's a two-faced attorney, or she's just an attorney who's looking out to make more money, she could do that to prolong it and make more money from him, which is sad all in itself. But you just never know who you're dealing with when you're talking about these attorneys. Once she took his 10K, she just sat there. Oh man, yeah. And we know how Wayne World do it. She could be in too many people other than Natasha. Natasha is more ethical, but then she playing here lately. She acting like she ain't even first no attorney with some of the stuff that she doing. But she is one of the most professional people that kind of go on track when you're talking about stuff with their profession, like lawyer, or you talking about um a business event plan, or something like that. She's one of the ones that actually kind of follow the guidelines as to this happens in real life. Everybody else be acting like they don't know. Like therapists be, yes, therapy is a part of psychology, and that's and talking about people, how people react in their brain and stuff like that. But some of these therapists they be having on here be acting like complete arrogants. Like, where did you get your freaking degree from? And I'm not going to pay you to help me or represent me. Right. Exactly. She is one of, I mean, her stuff be on point. Even down to Shania, he was attorney and he doing stuff like, dude, where did you get your bar? Where you pass the bar from? What state you got your license from? Was you in jail behind bars when you got your you passed the state bar? Was it the prison state bar? Because you act like you don't know what you're doing. Um, right. That's when Natasha was on her before she allowed a man to come into her life. That's when Natasha was on her jump, boy. She was a fierce then. And she still lives to a certain extent. But it seems, especially with this whole, now the guy keeps talking about she took coins. Natasha had one freaking penny. She didn't have a whole bunch of coins. But the way she handled that, like, dude, you are a free attorney. Get that took out of your office. You know what to do. Right. Exactly. So we finna see how all this spins. Some of the stuff I watch it, but I'm not as invested as I was like I used to be. I should invest into Bitcoin. Oh my. I remember when Bitcoin first came out. And I used to see like vending machines inside gas stations trying to get people to buy into Bitcoin and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, this just seems like such a scam. I'm not doing this. Uh, he is bonkers. Yeah, he crazy. But I think Charles got something to do with this. I don't know. Part of me, my senses are saying he's involved in this some kind of way. Oh my God, I'm gonna choke. I honestly think, I'm being real with you on this one. When Candace came to Shayla's house, I honestly think Shayla would have walked Candace behind out. Here's the thing. The cousin came up there to pull. Shayla didn't back down from that girl. She didn't back down from her not one bit at her front door. It was Candace's cousin that came up there and made Candace leave. But if he wouldn't have did that, I think Candace would have got beat down. I think y'all got Shayla all wrong when it comes to the fighting thing. Right. She said, if you would have came to my house, I got something for her because my child ain't here. But she didn't try to go back in the house. She stayed right out. A person that don't fight, they would have went back in the house and grabbed the beat, the pew pew, right? A person that's fight, they gonna back down. Like you want to go, let's go. I think Shayla uses her head when it comes to fighting though. Like that situation with Amber, she was holding her baby. Amber busted through her door. What did she do? The situation when right, she ain't back down. So that tells me Shayla's a fighter. Shayla will throw hands on one. She'll throw hands. It's just that every situation y'all don't call her in, she can't throw hands. So even like when Brittany, Amber has all was been with somebody. It was her and Brittany. It was her and Ernestine and Erica. It's always somebody coming after just Shayla. They don't just let it be just Shayla. Except for when Amber caught him and her in the bed. But I think she was understanding because she knew her situation and what she did, so she wasn't finna try to attack her back because she was dead in the wrong. But I think if it's a one-on-one, I think y'all gonna be shocked. Shayla probably fight. Amber the one that can't fight. Right. Amber's the one that can't fight. And matter of fact, we know she can't because remember she took fight classes trying to help herself learn how to. Yeah, Sonny can fight. You can tell a real fighter. I knew Sonny can fight right off the bat. Uh, versus somebody who's full of mouth. So that girl ain't retreating that door. She ain't go back. Matter of fact, when cousin grabbed her, she was still going after. She was still walking towards talking and doing whatever else. If you really want to do this, we can do. That's the stance Shayla took that day with Candace. If you really want to do this, we can do it. Just me and you. Now, do I think Shayla was being messy? She was being very, very messy. Um, and that's why I honestly don't think that this whole event is going to go off the way everybody's thinking it's going to go off. I think Candace getting ready to mess up. She saw Liz so hard, her forehead right. But you know, Sonny's street smart. Sonny is real street smart. Remember what she did with the guy in the hood when they was her and Mike was trying to get some information? She real smart. Street smart. Some women, they might be smart, but they ain't street smart. She's definitely street smart. She's smart and she's a fighter. Now, when it comes to men, Sonny is stupid because he ain't nowhere in the world he finna sit there and tell me he doing all this and I'm gonna stay right there and be with him while he around here cheating on me and he around here cheating. Man, that ain't finna happen. Right. Sonny, like I said, she's street smart, she book smart, but far as when it comes to a man, she ain't too clever now. She ain't. She allowed too much unnecessary mess. And I don't know how she didn't know that husband of hers wasn't gay. I don't understand that. I think she's just denial on that part. Right. That's because she loved him. She loved Mike. But I don't think I would be putting that much faith in him because when it comes to until he gets over his hurts and Shayla, Mike ain't right when it comes to a woman right now. His head, he ain't in the right space, head space. And all because of that got there Shayla. Shayla made him like that. But the crazy part is, even though people don't like Dom, what he did for Shayla, he should have been doing for Dom, and he didn't do that. Right. You talking about Sonny? She fell in love in two skits. Well, you got to remember, she was also hurt and she was vulnerable. Right. She was vulnerable because what happened with her husband. So it was easy for her to fall for him. And let's be real, Mike is a very attractive man. He dingy, but he's an attractive man. And according to the women on these skits, anybody that's sweet would have act like they done lost their freaking mind. So she just up under his spell, like most women are. But he ain't right. Not right now he ain't. Cause he ain't healed yet. He's still healing himself. Like Shayla was the one that hurt him. But really, he should have been giving all this to Dom, because Dom was the one that really wanted it. That's what I'm saying. Exactly what I'm saying. According to the women on here, he have a snake walk. He got the snake walk or whatever they call it. You ain't hear me humming no new kid on no block no more. You saying telling me lies. You think it's because of Ro? Mm, I think him and Ro relationship ended well. I honestly think it's because of Shayla. Yeah, he messing with me because normally I'm always humming. I get a song stuck in my head and I'm always humming it. So he trying to be funny. I'm trying to think. Do I think it's because of Ro? Or is it for some reason I just can't get it past it's because of Shayla. Because I think Shayla was the woman that brought out what all women wanted out of Mike. But I think Ro was that mature woman that he needed in his life at that time because he was going through what he went through with his daughter Blake. So that's why I said I think their relationship was more a friendship more so than um intimate romantic. If she was just somebody he needed at the time. But I think things started to change with Mike when he was with Six. Because remember when he was with Six, he was starting to like kind of think about his little boyish ways and he was going to kind of lay it down and be with her or whatever. But then he met Dom, and Dom was like someone I think he really thought he probably I think he thought he probably could have been with her, but mentally he just wasn't there to be with her. But she really wanted him to. And so after that whole thing failed, and then he finally kind of missed what he had with Dom. He was looking for that in Shayla. And unfortunately, Shayla ain't that kind of woman. She's trying to be like that now, but she ain't that kind of. I don't even know if she like that now, to be honest with you. Right. She totally took him for granted. Omar, they both ate too much rice. What? You could be going some random crap in here. Rice Cerrone, the San Francisco treat. Mm-hmm. Right. That's what I said. Mike, I think where he messed up is he got with what they call them 304s or whatever they call them, because that's what Shayla is. And he tried to turn her a 304 into a housewife. And it wasn't gonna happen. It just wasn't. And she broke his heart. But you know what they say about men? They can go around breaking heart after heart and treat a woman bad and do all this other stuff to many women. But when that one woman do him like that, some men just don't recover from that. And every woman after that pay for it. 3 or 4 did break right. And that's what's happening. Like every woman after Shayla is going to now pay for what Shayla did to Mike. But they don't think about all the other people they done did whatever they done did to. What about the women you did that to? You know? But so like I said, sometimes I like how Wayne tackles stuff and put it in your face so you can learn from it. I love that. But at some point, give us something positive. Okay, we get this. We understand this is what happens in our community. But let's have something good that happened in our community too. Like let's show that. Right. Hmm. And poor Shayla, she ain't really got no friends on the show. Right. Especially in today's time with what everybody is dealing with in today's life with people losing their jobs, our nation is falling apart. Like, kind of, God darn, somebody give us something good, or at least if you can't give us nothing good, give us comedy. Right? Cause yeah, you see how she slick did that with Perry. Perry should have told Wayne who told him. You said when somebody break your heart, go to Chick-fil-A. It might not make you feel better if the person that broke your heart would have paid for the meal, but now you got to pay that half and fee for that little bit of Chick-fil-A that you about to get. You probably still feel bad. Hmm. He said go to Chick-fil-A. Although I do like Chick-fil-A cookies when they work. Ooh, I love this. But they don't change their recipe. Those ain't the same Chick-fil-A chocolate chip cookies that they used to sell back in the day. Yeah, Omar be a trip. You hear me? I have two Omars that be coming on here. Omar Z and Omar P. And this one right here, he is a hot mess. Omar, are you at work or you have to go to work today? All right, y'all. I better get. I done scraped my ice enough with y'all. I'm sitting around here eating this ice. I'm I'm having my addiction online. um, but thank y'all for talking to me, man. I had a good old conversation with you, Angela. Thank you. But as always, no, this is a tea. So I be freezing up stuff. So that's tea and sometimes I do Kool-Aid, sometimes I do juice, and then sometimes I get a fork and scrape the ice and make it like shaved ice, but I'm just doing spoon time. I put it in the freezer. No, I'm not aware. I got off early. It was so slow. I'm just so happy. Oh, okay, Omar. All right, y'all. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of this. Y'all for y'all support. Thank y'all for joining me on the live. If you haven't already, hit the like button. Thank you so much, Angela. If you have not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That way you can stay in contact with me. Absolutely love the conversation today. But as always, be your brothers and sisters keeper. Keep God first. And toodles.